I don't know what I just watched. I have no idea. So hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to another episode review, starting of a new series. I didn't do a video, a list of ones I wanted to do, I wanted to see review. I wasn't going to see whatever piques my interest, right? You know, because a lot of them, they're like continuing seasons from other shows, so I obviously can't review those because I haven't seen them, so. But, this one, called Train to the End of the World. Okay. Sounds like a apocalyptic type of movie, because, you know, end of the world, right? So taking a train to where, though? Okay. Seen from the poster, these schoolgirls on a train. Okay. So I watched this. First of all, the beginning of this movie. Beginning of the beginning of this episode. I was like, well, first of all, overall, what I think about the episode of one, I was like, what did I just watch? Because the start of this episode, okay, we have a girl, I guess by the name of Yoka. She's planning on going and taking the, you know, at the station, right? Just going to school. And as soon as she clicks her ticket on the thing to open the gates, right, to go through, all of a sudden she gets lifted up in this owl statue onto a rooftop of a building, okay, by this crowd, and this guy, who I guess who's the founder engineer of this technology, I guess, called 7G. Yeah, 7G, right? It's an experimental network, it says, for what it looks like. And this guy, first it was 5G, and now it's 6G, and now it's 7G. And this crowd's like, you're the 77,777 person to go through the thing, right? And I guess all these people, I guess, are tech people, I guess. But to me, it looks like a cult because if it was like a normal crowd, right, people will gather around to see, right? But I guess it's these tech people. I guess it would be a cult, you could say, though, but because they wanted to snatch her up the way she did, right? Fly her up. So the lead guy, they had this guy, wants the girl to push the button, and she does, and then all of a sudden, the whole world just goes like, it's like a vision when you're on an acid trip, you know, right? If you're like PTSD or an acid trip, right, you see your vision starts getting all whirly and blurry, right? You know, I'm like, that's what it looks like. It's like the world is turning into one big acid trip, right? I'm like, this is my face while I was watching when the whole world is going on an acid trip, right? And then all of a sudden the girl wakes up, and the whole world is like, it's like when you enter the multiverse of madness, when, you know, the scene where Doctor Strange and America Chavez are going through different multiverse and the different scenarios, right? It's kind of like that in a sort of way, right? And then all of a sudden there is a 2-year jump skip, and now the place, I guess it happened in this town, I guess. In this town of Agano. Because now all of a sudden, 2 years time skip, the adults are now all of a sudden animals. Well, I guess you can say dinosaurs too, because you see a woolly mammoth and a triceratops in there. So I guess animals and dinosaurs, I guess. Although woolly mammoths are not dinosaurs, but still. So I guess all the residents there, especially when I say the adults, are now talking animals. Except for the kids, especially our main characters, because they say that they don't become animals until they're 21 years old and 3 months. 21 and 3 months old. 21 years and 3 months. Why I'm saying it again, I don't know. But that's the limit when they start becoming animals. And these girls are in school, and so I'm just trying to warp my mind around this here. Okay. because now I guess the adults. Okay, the adults are animals. They're talking various different animals, and so they're talking, and I guess when we meet our lead girls, I'll get them time to learn their names. Sorry, but I know that the one that we saw the girl with from the beginning was one called Yoka. Three of the girls show up, and one who's a bear mentions meat, looks at one of the girls, and he starts drooling, because I guess that's this time when those animal instincts are going to take over, going to eat them for meat, right? So I guess his animal instinct took over a second until one of the other girls' name was Shizuru. Yeah, Shizuru. Yeah, Shizuru, and steps in. I guess she's the strongest of the group, and so, and then the trucks come in. I guess these other normal adults from the other town, I guess, are not affected, right? I guess so, because she's talking to one of the guys as an eye patch, and I guess he looks fine. He looks like be above 21, I guess. So, basically, I guess he's from another town. They're bringing in supplies. And the funny thing is, and more weird stuff, because the armored trucks, because they have guns and stuff, right? And they see there's like these bloody handprints, like human footprints and claw prints and stuff like that, right? All over the trucks. I'm like, did one just finally go savage and starts clawing, or do they kill somebody? That's why, whatever. That's why the bloody stuff are all over the trucks, right? I mean, I'm just trying to comprehend what's going on here. I mean, this show, I'm like, after watching this episode, I'm like, I'm fully invested in this show now, because I want to see how this world just works. Because not only that though, now it looks post-apocalyptic, but when you look in the sky, now there's like multiple planets in the sky now, or moons, or whatever. I'm like, whoever invented this technology, they just screwed up the whole entire world with your technology today. Now the whole thing is out of whack. And people are now talking animals. You got multiple planets or moons in the sky. And so they get some stuff, and then they see Shizuru finds an old newspaper. It's recently, because they're printing newspaper. They're still printing newspaper, so she sees an image of her friend Yoka that's still alive, and they go see Yoka's grandmother, who's now a guinea pig. She starts crying, shows that she's still alive, and so. And she's wondering where she be. She's probably in the next town of Ikeburu. That's the town over. Ikeburu. Sorry if I mispronounced the name, but I'm saying. But so she wants to get there by train, but it's a long ways though, because they said before, like, some people who went over there, half of them just got scared and they came back, or half of them never returned. So I wonder what that's about. And so. Also, she goes back home with her mother, who's now an animal too. I guess a wolverine, because she when she was gonna leave, she tells if you run into another a grumpy wolverine, tell him to come back here. And she says, okay, I'll go tell Dad that. So her dad's an animal off somewhere else, and so is her mom. So, but the point is that and she also has a pet dog. And it's an interesting point that she brings up, because if whatever happened, right, humans turned to animals, why didn't her pet dog kind of turn into a human? That's an interesting question. If people turn into animals, why did one of the animals, like her dog, turn into a human? You got me. So, and finally, the only human is a guy who is a train conductor. Well, he looks like an old man because he's crazy. He's pretending he's a train. He's going choo 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 choo, right? And so But when they find when Shizuru follows her dog to one of the old trains, finds the conductor hat, right, puts it on him. All of a sudden he goes back to his normal self, young normal self. I'm like, so that's how he looks, right? His younger self. That's how he really looks. But then when he starts to go, so sometimes when he talks, and sometimes mid sentence or whatever, he goes back to his old crazy self, going choo 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 choo. So, but when he's back to his younger normal self, tells him, hey, you want to go see your friend? You need to use a train, right? So basically, try to teach him the controls to go to how to start the thing up and leave, right? So she's gonna go find her friend, because there's a flashback where before all this stuff happened, before the wacky craziness happened, she had a disagreement with her friend, and Yuka went left crying, and then she hasn't seen her since. So she wants to go see not only to see if she's alive, probably to make amends of what had their differences, solve their differences. So she's ready to go. She has she packed her stuff. Her friends follow her. They get on the train with her, including the dog, her dog, and now they're on the way to Ikeburu. But which says it's like 30 stops away from there from. So this episode, I'm like, who knows what's gonna happen? I mean, if all the craziness is happening, whatever happens, I'm seeing whatever kind of dangers that may lie ahead of them. Maybe it may not be as bad as it looks. It could be like, it's like a slice of life, post-apocalyptic world. Who knows? It could have horror elements into it, And so, like I said, maybe other dangers may lie ahead, because considering the bloody hand and / claw prints on those vehicles, and whatever, because they have also armor with guns as well. And like I said, why wouldn't the dog become a human if the opposite happens? And like with how the people who are animals, they started losing their humanity. Like the guy almost went full bear force on the girl because he was mentioning meat, steak, whatever. So, and especially the whole whacked up in this, the whole setting of how the whole way it went, just like one big acid trip, how the world just like it's kind of almost like down like this. How the people were, Yoka and those other people were. It's like the scene in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 when the rocket went too many jumps, and him, Yondu, Groot, and Kraglin, how there were like the images of them were like, it was kind of like that in a way, Yeah, it was kind of like that little trippy scene in Guardians of Volume 2, right? But it's like how that went. I was like, I watched this episode, I'm like, I was kind of left dumbfounded, basically. Like, what in the world I'm just watching, I mean, acid trip, people are animals, a friend is still alive, they want to go get her. Who knows what stuff's going to happen in this world? So I'm pretty much very interested in this series, so because it came out on Monday, by this time yesterday, right? So may have a Monday video, so who knows what will happen. So, but I'm very interested in this premise. So, hopefully, maybe if people will sleep on this episode, on this series, who knows? Or watching other ones, who knows? It could become an underrated show. Who knows what it is though? But it's too early to say though. But I hope some people consider the wackiness of what happened. Hopefully, some people will watch this, give this show a shot. Like I am. So I'm very interested in watching this. So, episode 1 of Train to the End of the World. It was a very trippy episode, I would say, to start it with, So, yeah, it's kind of like it's maybe post-apocalyptic though, but it could be like one of those slice of life adventures, Who knows? It could add horror elements to it, given some of the things I saw, like I said, with the trucks, Who knows what's gonna happen though? Consider how crazy this first episode was. Who knows what the second episode will be, So, but yeah, episode 1 of Train to the End of the World definitely got my interest in this. So, But yeah, but that's episode 1. Thanks for watching. See what other ones I'll be able to cover, you know. But like I said, a lot of them are continuing seasons, so I won't be covering much. So who knows? But I'll review whatever catches my interest, like this show does, you know. So we'll have to wait and see on that. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. We'll see you next time. Later.